Former Illinois House Speaker Michael Madigan and co-defendant Mike McClain face jurors again today in what's expected to be an 11-week-long trial. And they got started last week with witness testimony, and that included former state representatives. And you had a current state representative, Bob Rita, who is going to be on the witness stand today. What kinds of wiretap recordings we'll get, I guess we'll see, but pretty fascinating times when the former Illinois House Speaker is facing corruption charges, looking to benefit himself and others of his associates by using his public office. A lot of undercover recordings were released last week as part of the trial, and let's go ahead and get into some of this. All right, so we've got some transcripts, and I've got some audio recordings to kind of spell this out. So here we go. We've got transcripts from federal prosecutors that show a phone call between Mike McClain and Richard Luft, where they discuss, well, what McClain is ultimately up to in his dealings.
And Madigan, because I'm retired, thinks I can do more assignments.
You know what? When you told me you retired, and when I was getting prepared to call you, I thought there isn't any way. You got to be involved in that somewhere along the line.
Yeah.
So obviously, McClain is talking about how he's doing assignments for Madigan, and the wiretaps continued from there with a variety of others, including McClain, Paul Schroeder, and Michael Baker. This is back in, I'm mispronouncing those names for sure, but this is back in May of 2018, where you had this phone call recorded, a little bit of kind of behind the scenes here.
Hey, Paul, how are you?
Good. What's up?
Yeah, just I got up to Chicago to have lunch with somebody and had the lunch, and now I'm going through my assignments.
Oh no, he'll never leave you alone. Is my new thought.
Again, his assignments from who, as he's said before, his friend Mike Madigan, the former Illinois House Speaker. Here's another phone call that deals with Mike McClain and Mike Madigan. Dan, let's hear it.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, Speaker, how are you?
I'm okay. It's pretty crazy around here. Will is going to call you if he hasn't already.
Okay.
On one thing. And then there's a message here from Sam Panyanovich. Today, if possible, he talked to Joe this morning and needs to talk to me. Are you in a position to advise Mr. Panyanovich just to stay away from me?
Yes.
How would you handle that?
I just say, Sam, the optics of Joe Barrios around the Capitol going into the Speaker's office.
Or Sam Panyanovich.
Or Sam,
his
right
agent.
now.
Yeah.
Right. You just can't do it.
Okay, thanks.
I will. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
And then
hey, you made
another
request
conversation.
For either you or you and Joe to go see the Speaker. Mm-hmm. And so I want to tell you that there's a feeding frenzy on this guy right now.
Okay.
Because of Kelly Cassidy and everything, and the optics just aren't good for him. That's why he met you at Cousineau's office the other day.
I got you.
So you wouldn't be either Joe or Joe's quote unquote buddy and agent aren't seen coming in and out of the office. So
yeah, I understand. Let me shut the door here and talk to you.
Okay.
So, again, you can hear kind of some of these assignments that McClain is being asked to partake in to basically urge people not to meet at Madigan's office or to, do certain things. A little bit later on, we'll hear them wanting to lower the boom on former State Rep Lou Lang. But here's a conversation from June 27th, 2018 between McClain and Lynn Carner, and let's hear some of that.
Spinach with egg drops.
So I hit up the...
That's not right. It's a conversation that Madigan had with his wife about soup. I'm not sure what that was about. Here's the conversation between Michael McClain and Lynn Carner.
But if you tell Morrissey there wasn't a hostile call, I was really trying to find out if what your impression was of the meetings, right?
He understands not only was it not a hostile call, it's a helpful call.
Right.
He very much appreciates it. He's relying on me for a number of things right now.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
It's just like the speaker relies on me at all on a whole bunch of things.
That's exactly how he, when he told me about the message and all that sort of, actually, he was out of town last weekend, and we were together late Monday. So when he told me about the message, that's exactly how he put it.
Yeah.
So
again, the messages that are being sent by McClain to others as an agent for Madigan. Here is another wiretap call that federal prosecutors released between McClain and Craig Willert about some issues.
I get assigned, and I do the assignment, and then I carry the message. That's all.
No, I know. And big picture really is, once we should be building capital for the boss, not the other way around. So
again, that's a pretty interesting revelation there about how they need to get capital for the boss.
All I do is I get assigned, and I do the assignment, and then I carry the message. That's all.
No, I know. And big picture really is, once we should be building capital for the boss, not the other way around. So.
Again, really fascinating, some of these conversations and how people respond to, assignments McClain's carrying out and their understanding of what these assignments ultimately are. Here's another conversation that was captured between former Illinois House Speaker Mike Madigan and Mike McClain. Again, conversations via wiretap from federal agents. Here is some of this conversation between McClain and Madigan.
We've had a development in the Phelps-Finney district. So Natalie has decided that she doesn't want to do any negative advertising. And this has been a long process. At the very beginning, why she agreed to do negative advertising, and then she's taken us through a process where we've done refinements on what it might be, and this has gone on over several weeks. And then at the end of the day, she said she doesn't want to do any negative advertising. So we're going to change our program down there, and we're going to tell her that we're going to go to a one-to-one mail program that we do with certain of our people. Like one guy that comes to mind is Crespo, who's a real pain in the ass.
Right.
And so we just say to Crespo, look, we'll do one-for-one mail. And we're going to tell Natalie that it's going to be one-for-one mail. And today she's got 3 staffers. We're going to pull 2 out and send them to Metro East. And so my purpose in calling you is that you and Bradley are involved in some fundraising.
Yes.
We'll just take her off the list.
So here you can kind of pick up on Madigan playing the role of the chair of the Democratic Party of Illinois, talking about a race. And again, this call was from September 2nd of 2018, ahead of an election where Natalie Phelps-Finney, a Democrat, was running against a Republican in a Southern Illinois district. And she didn't want to go negative, but apparently Madigan wanted to go negative and decided to shift funds away from that district.
All right.
Okay.
Is there anything I can do there?
No, just shut down the fundraising, because we're going to deliver the message. Craig is going to tell her that we're going to shift away from the spending plan that had been put in place, and we're going to go to one-to-one. And we're going to pull 2 staffers out of it. We're reclassifying the district.
Right. I gathered that.
So they're reclassifying the district, which is, again, an interesting kind of revelation of how Madigan was in control of the Democratic Party of Illinois while also being the House Speaker. Shows that nexus of power he had to be able to shift money around. Another recording here. This one is from November 6th, 2018, conversation between McClain and Madigan.
Oh, it's been crazy around here.
Has it? Okay. So when do you want me to call Lang and just lower the boom on him?
I think
because he's not getting it.
Oh,
I mean, he understands it, but he doesn't like hearing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Sooner rather than later.
Okay. I'll do it.
So again,
Now, Mike.
Clearly, there's a lot of different things going on in these phone calls and different assignments they're discussing, but it just shows some of the, in a way, inner workings of Madigan's operatives and how he sends messages through agents, and then those agents go and, they share that message with their targets. Here's another conversation from November 8th of 2018 between Madigan and McClain, the two very busy on the phones with each other.
He said he's talking to two people about the dark side. I know one of them, Nancy Kimby, of course. I don't know the other one, and I don't even know if it's really true. He may have just said two. And he asked, do you think the speaker would use me? I mean, like, can I be Mike McClain too? And I said, look, he'll use you. I mean, the speaker doesn't use me for everything. He uses Will for certain things, Peter for certain things, and so don't think that I'm exclusive, because I'm not. But no, he'll ask you when he thinks it's appropriate and be helpful. He'll ask you.
Yeah, sure.
And this was a conversation that McClain was having with Madigan about Lou Lang and trying to get Lou Lang to step down because there was harassment allegations that were surfacing against Lang, and Lang had told McClain, hey, can the speaker get me some work as a lobbyist, for instance?
The speaker doesn't really call people and say, please hire Mike McClain or please hire Will Cousineau. He's stayed away from that for years. But do I think that he'll alert me to keep an eye out for it? Yeah, I think he'll do that.
Sure. Yep.
So again, something that is pretty revealing in what exactly federal prosecutors are getting at here. And then this last clip, again, revealing a conversation with McClain and Craig Willerts from February 20th of 2019. He makes it clear that these individuals associated with what Fed prosecutors call Madigan Enterprise, it's to benefit Madigan.
There's a part of me that struggles with seeing, like, sometimes I shill for my friends rather than what's in the best interest of the speaker.
Yeah, and you're going to fight that your whole life. And I finally came to peace with that maybe 20 years ago when I convinced myself that my client is the speaker.
Mm-hmm.
My client is not ComEd. My client is not CBOE. My client is not Walgreens. My client is the speaker. And once you come at, not you, but once a lobbyist comes to peace that that's the client, it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
It is a lot easier.
No, I know.
I think if you got
to... just fascinating. We'll likely hear a lot more of these undercover recordings throughout the trial, with the trial continuing today. More witness testimony. Current state rep Bob Rita expected to continue on the stand today, carried over from last week. So we'll see what other tapes the federal prosecutors release in this case. It is Illinois in Focus Daily. I'm Greg Bishop. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Join us each and every weekday morning for more Illinois in Focus Daily.